Bang. Okay. So I'm gonna be honest. I came here and I set up my camera in my car and everything, and I was getting ready to record this video, the video that you're currently watching, and I even had a bunch of notes written out for what I was going to talk about. I wrote a lot of this down at work. I wrote most of it down just now, but I had this entire idea on what I was going to talk about, and I'm sure I'll talk about this probably in my next video or one after that. Maybe I'll scrap it. I don't know. I like it. But right before I came and you set up everything in my car, I swung by Chipotle, got a bowl. I got some Coke Zero. I spent some time reading before I even finished writing down what I was planning on talking about. The point I'm trying to get to is I was sitting here writing, reading, eating. I had some music going on, some headphones. I didn't even really finish writing down what I was planning on talking about. But I kind of stopped and I looked around. I'm in a Walmart parking lot, by the way. Just came from Chipotle. If you know me personally, you probably know where I'm at. I came to the realization that I loved this moment so much. And I know that can sound weird, like, what do you like about reading in a Walmart parking lot and now you're talking to a camera? The only good thing that you've mentioned is Chipotle. Yes, I understand that's how it seems. It may come off a little weird, but writing this down is a form of, is an outlet for me. Talking to this camera is an outlet for me. Reading this book, gaining knowledge is something I have passion for, and I realize the fact that I'm even able to do this is crazy. The fact that I'm here, the odds that I'm exactly right here talking to this camera with this book, with a three-quarter of the way eaten Chipotle bowl right here in a Walmart parking lot, nonetheless, is just crazy. And I wanted to talk about how grateful I am to be able to do this. And I wanted to talk about the value of a moment. And this is a new word I learned, but I'm glad I can finally be able to put it to use. But I felt the feeling of embido, looking around, being just enjoying this moment so much. I felt the feeling of embido. Embido means the blissful feeling of being so absorbed in the vivid moment that everything else fades away. And that's something I'm striving to do more, is just value the current moment that I'm in rather than always working towards the next thing. There's always going to be something negative happening, Majority of the time in your life, there's going to be something that you can look at and say, oh, I wish that was better. I think every moment of the day you can look and you could probably find something that's even a little bit negative about the day, whether it's drastic or not. I think it's so easy to dwell on the negative because it stands out. But I believe that we have so much positive in our life that we forget to focus on the positivity every once in a while. Maybe she rejected you, maybe he rejected you, maybe you woke up with a little headache this morning, maybe you got into a little argument with a friend or a family member. There's so many negative things that are going on that we can drift our attention towards, but I think there's even more positive things. And I believe that choosing to focus on the positive things will instantly make your life better. I think being able to soak in the current moment and being able to realize that this moment right here, I'm alive. I am alive. Is just such a crazy thing to be able to realize. Even the word embido is something I strive to be able to put to use more often, because more often than not, am I always looking at the next thing? Or am I always dwelling on the thing that happened behind me? I struggle so much with looking here and now. Who cares what happened? Who cares what will happen? And I'm not saying just throw your future away. I'm saying focus on what's in front of you. Live a little bit, love a little bit, frolic a little bit, laugh a little bit. There's so many good things that we can take control of in this very moment that we choose not to because of something that hasn't even happened yet, or happened days, months, or years ago. You can come to the realizations of the emotions that you have without allowing it to take over your life. Sorry if I rambled a little bit. I had no notes for this. This is just, came straight out of the whole heart. But there's so many things I'm looking forward to, so many things that I cannot wait for, so many things I'm striving towards, and I'm putting everything towards these things that I'm striving towards. Right? I'm focused on the future, and I'm in direction towards the future. But I'm not placing my consciousness in the future while I'm still working here. What I'm doing is I have a goal and I have things that I want to do. And I have these dreams and aspirations that I'm aiming towards, but to enjoy the journey is much more of a skill. Let's say that I'm living in the moment, and I'm loving every moment of it. I'm loving the ups and the downs. I'm able to get through the downs because I realize there's so much more positivity in my life, and boom, I died right here. I never made it to my destination. But the point is I was happy. This right here, I was happy. I was grateful, and I enjoyed it, and I lived it. That's so much more of a skill than to make it from here to here. Ups and downs, ups and downs just the same as I did before, except I hated it. I dwelled on the negative things. I was so disciplined, I lacked emotion. I spent so much time and energy on the negative things that I never really came to the realization of the positive things that were in my life. And then now I have all this stuff, right? I made it to my destination. I made it to my goal. What now? I didn't enjoy my life. I didn't live in any of the moments. Now the past is a blur, and now I can say, oh yeah, I was grinding for the last 4 years. I had to be hard and disciplined to get here. Who cares, man? You know? Who cares? You could die tomorrow, and are you really fulfilled? Are you really happy? Sure, you got your goal, but what did it cost? You know? Something I definitely need to work on. I'm really bad at placing my consciousness in the future, or even the past at times. Mostly the future. I've always been a dreamer. When people ask about me, I tell them about my dreams. I don't tell them anything about myself. And that's something I need to work on too. I think that's why this video called to me, is because I don't really think I was talking to y'all this whole time. I think I was talking to myself, because I think I needed to hear this. But yeah, I'm glad with the switch up. Honestly, I'm probably gonna turn the camera off, enjoy this food, listen to some more music, probably dive into this book a little bit more. But if you watched all the way through, I appreciate you. Deuces.